my picture, put it in a superstar frame. Yup.
I'm clean when I walk, I'm clean when I talk. I'm fresh to the step, I'm fresh to the depth, and I ain't steady looking at me mad, cause I ain't that bad, and I'm on top of my game, and hey, my superstar frame.
Let's go. Welcome back, Fuzz Fanatics. We'll get it popping, man. We here for our Thursday night preview. This is just going to be a one-off. We'll be back again for the holiday special. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you fuss with us, subscribe to the channel so you stuck with us. I'm here with Jay Reeves, the gambler. Silly C with the numbers. Let's get it going. San Francisco 49ers visiting Music City. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
Man, they got the 49ers sitting as a road favorite at minus 3.5. We got the over-under sitting at 44.5. The 49ers have been playing real good ball of late. They've rattled off, I want to say, about 3 or 4 games straight. Definitely 3 games straight. Man, they right back in the NFC playoff picture. Oh, man. Tennessee Titans have been falling off. With no Derrick Henry, Julio Jones is washed and rinsed, and A.J. Brown has yet to be found. With that being said, man, I'm definitely taking the 49ers in this spot.
Man, this is the spot. This is the day. Thursday, December 23rd. Mark that down as the date I stop betting on the Titans and stop betting against the 49ers. I'm going to take 49ers giving up 3 and a hook to them. Silly C, who are you taking in this game?
You know what's really interesting is the Titans were probably the top AFC team when they had Derrick Henry. Unfortunately, he went down. With that being said, the 3.5 is a big push. I feel the Titans are going to actually come here. They're at home, so I'm going to go ahead and pick Titans 3.5.
Ooh,
Yeah, you're going to
The
be
dog catcher.
dog
Catcher.
catcher on that one, man. And you solo on that. Go ahead and pull up your position power rankers, Jay Reeves. Give us some props or the ops for this special occasion.
man, with the backfield being extremely muddled, we're going to stay away from there. Tennessee Titans having no wide receivers, we're definitely going to stay away from that team altogether. I got kind of a spicy one for you guys here. Who is more likely to score 2+ touchdowns? Deebo Samuels versus George Kittle. And I'm asking for my own purposes.
Well,
Mine is George Kittle.
I hate to be so self-serving with you, but yeah, George Kittle is Garoppolo's Jimmy G's favorite target. I could see a scenario where Deebo Samuel scores once each way, one because he's a very versatile player, man. I could see him getting in through the run and through the pass. I'm gonna give you Deebo Samuel.
All right.
Who do you think in that situation?
George Kittle has been on tear lately, but Deebo Samuels has been on a tear all season, man. So I'm going to have to go with Deebo Samuels. This is a real concentrated offense, and they concentrate heavily on George Kittle and Deebo Samuels. I may do something spicy and just put them both in.
Oh, yeah.
They don't concentrate on Kittle at all.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely both going to...
I'm not Kittle, Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, they're both going to
As
definitely
soon as Kittle came back.
worth their weight in gold as far as the daily fantasy things go. But if you have them, you should feel very fortunate going into the fantasy playoffs with them this week. Don't be nervous on a Thursday night football game with either of those players. Jay Reeves, can you relieve some of the people that might be looking to McNichols or Hilliard or Julio Jones? Is there any relief in sight for the Titans offense?
Not with those guys. If you were a smart guy like my pal over here, Silly C, you would have picked up Deontay Foreman. He looks like the lead dog in that backfield. As far as wide receivers coming strictly from the Tennessee Titans, no. I'd rather go with somebody like Brandon Ayuk or Juwan James or something like that. No, Juwan Jennings, I'm sorry, from San Francisco. So, yeah, Tennessee just stinks right now.
Yeah, man. It's time to get off that bandwagon.
Come on.
All right, we're going to give you your top 10 position power rankings for this Thursday night football game. Silly C, run through them.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get this started. We got Geoff Swam. I really don't really know much about this guy. I'll pass. That was terrible.
Go number 9. I don't even want. Yeah.
We got Jeremy McNichols. Again, not sure. Must be COVID.
Number 8.
We got Nick Westburn, Ikeen Westbrook. Again, not much to say. This COVID is really.
These are great pronunciations too. And number 7. Oh, Silly left. I teased him on his talking. He was like, "Yeah, don't talk about me." Number 7 is you should be able to
Jeff
get this
Wilson.
one. Jeff Wilson.
Oh, big dog. Watch out. Get him in your lineup. Not really.
Okay.
And number 6.
Deontay Foreman. This guy literally is going to lead me to the motherfucking promised land, so we're good. Get him in your lineup.
Yeah. All right, Jay Reeves, unpack that first 5.
Man. Jeremy McNichols and Nick Westbrook, Akina, you could leave them both off your fantasy roster. I don't think you're going to see much production there. Geoff Swain, just leave him off of everything. Like we said, we don't even know who the hell that dude is. Even though I have heard his name, he is not somebody I'm getting into my lineup. But Jeff Wilson and Deontay Foreman, 2 explosive backs here, man, and they're looking real good in this game.
Yeah, I'm not trusting any of those people on a Thursday night in my fantasy playoffs. So if I have any other options, I will just hold off for some later in the week. Obviously, COVID is a big factor in this weekend. We'll
Sometimes you want to get dudes out the way.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I rather see a 20 from Deontay Foreman on my bench than a 5 from Jeff Wilson in my starting lineup. Like, you just don't want to sit there and look at that for that long. And it could happen, but I would say fade both of those players. Let's go to the top 5. Number 5,
Real quick, I gotta say, I almost sat Travis Kelce because I have Zach Ertz, and Travis Kelce's really played down.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team, man. Number 5.
We got Brandon Ayuk. I really like him, but he's really played down this year. Can't really trust him, especially with Garoppolo. I'd pass.
Number 4.
We got Ryan Tannehill. Now, I would definitely pass on him.
Number 3.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Another person I'd probably pass on. I do like Jimmy a little bit more, and he does have some weapons, but I still pass. It's playoff time.
All right, passing on both those QBs. Number 2.
Deebo Samuel. Now he's a sneaky pick to get in there. He could get in for a touchdown, maybe 2, like they were just saying. So I might get him in my lineup.
And number 1.
And number 1, obviously, we got Kittle. I mean, he is a beast. Literally 40 almost plus fantasy points in the last couple weeks. Get him in your lineup. I feel he's going to be heavily targeted, and he is a beast.
Cody, do you have Kittle in any of your fantasy leagues?
Yeah.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team. Jay Reeves, unpack that top 5.
Man, George Kittle and Deebo Samuels, they're going to be 2 no-brainers. Brandon Ayuk is real sketchy. I would have him nowhere near my playoff roster. Ryan Tannehill, farted on him. Jimmy Garoppolo has been playing good as of late. Now, only way I would really sneak him in is if he wasn't able to pick up the likes of, let's say, Tyler Huntley or maybe even a Kirk Cousins if you're feeling the pains of Lamar Jackson, man. But I think Deontay Foreman and Jeff Wilson will be a real solid play this week, man. And those are people I'm getting into my fantasy lineups.
Yeah, as far as these 10 players, man, only people that I put any faith in will be the top two. Anybody outside the top two, I'd have to be in some real desperate situations to try to play or not just try to wait and see. I think I'd be fine on them doing okay in the free agent market and me not having them. But definitely start Debo and George Kittle, and make sure if you fuss with us, subscribe to the channel so you stuck with us. FO, baby.